I mean, I just cannot believe what pussies Comedy Central have turned into. They are normally brutal, absolutely merciless when they take political figures to task.
Like Michelle Malkin, who co-signed on to cancel Colbert, especially since I learned everything I know about sensitivity to the Asian American experience from reading Michelle's 2004 book, In Defense of Internment. Before, it turns out they had it coming.
But when it comes to this feminist, dear God, they can't do any background reading to work out why she was so unpopular in the first place. You know, like the way that she actually manufactures the sexism in these games so she can be outraged by it. Or the way that she blamed a school shooting on the patriarchy less than 24 hours after the school shooting. Now, for some reason, they need to treat this like a poor little damsel who can't possibly take the rough and tumble of public life. They just seem to have taken the feminist frequency pill, you know, that they should just listen and believe.
One of the most radical things you can do is to actually believe women when they tell you about their experiences.
And of course, make sure no one else can comment on it. Yes, no comments allowed for the Anita Sarkeesian Stephen Colbert interview. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? Hillary Clinton? Yeah, sure, you can go and comment there all you want. Bachman gets confused between an actor and a mass murderer, and she's burned for it.
Bachman said her hometown of Waterloo, Iowa, is the birthplace of John Wayne, when actually it's the birthplace of serial killer John Wayne Gacy.
I think there is something to that. Because like Gacy, people might think you're a clown. But if they dig a little deeper, they'll find that you are deadly serious. When you stumble on facts, you don't get backed into a corner, you double down. You say not only do you have the spirit of John Wayne Gacy, you've got the eyes of a young Charles Manson.
But oh no, Sarkeesian, she's a feminist. If we say something bad about her, that would make us sexist. I mean, let's just ignore for a second the fact that if Colbert had treated Anita Sarkeesian like he did Sarah Palin.
That's enough death and destruction, I think. Let's turn to something that evidently will never die and cannot be destroyed. Sarah Palin.
He would have just been listed among her serial misogynistic harassers.
When women experience harassment and harm, we are blamed for the abuse.
We Palin fans want to be just like her and quit halfway through our commitment.
And regularly told that we were either asking for it.
We'll talk about the issues that the mainstream media won't talk about. And we'll look at the ideas that I think Washington doesn't want you to hear.
Yes, the All Sarah Palin channel. It's exactly what she's always done, only nothing else.
Again, what I've described to you today is not unique to me and my experience.
With the help of TAP, which it turns out is a media company and not, as I first assumed, the name of one of her children.
Every day, many women voicing their opinions online deal with a similar flood of slander and defamation designed to undermine their careers, their credibility, their resolve, and their confidence.
And remember, Sarah Palin's channel is sarahpalinchannel.com, not thesarahpalinchannel.com, because we bought that one today.
It's actually men going after women in really hostile, aggressive ways. That's what Gamergate is about. It's about terrorizing women for being involved in this industry.
And it's free. We'll be right back.
Let's ignore that. I mean, because I've heard on the grapevine that Sarkeesian was asked that if she accepted that games don't cause violence, then why should they cause sexism? And because she couldn't answer it, this was edited out, you know, to keep her happy. And normally my skeptical gene would have said, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, why would they make an exception for her? Except they do make an exception for her. I mean, you just take a look at their last 20 or so videos, and hers is the only one with the comments turned off.
But one way that I personally deal with comments is to moderate them, because I really want to create a space where people can come and engage with feminist ideas where they don't have to risk being harassed or ridiculed.
That's right. It's a safe space where like-minded folks can hear things they already agree with from someone whose opinion they already know.
I mean, damn, this is taking craven cowardice to new levels. Politicians? No, brutal satire for them. Comments, you can say what you want about them. But Anita Sarkeesian, well known for her outrageously dishonest videos. Oh no, you've got to be nice to her, because saying something like this about Anita Sarkeesian
This is all part of Sarah's continuing mission to protect our freedoms at any cost, specifically $9.95 a month. Sure, that's more than Netflix, but it's just as good as House of Cards with even more threatening monologues into camera.
is exactly the sort of misogynistic woman hate that she gets online from misogynistic haters. And of course it goes without saying that people have expressed themselves in the only avenue left to them, through the ratings on the video. And yes, the only two videos to mention Anita got slammed in the ratings. Now I wonder why that happened.
Gamergate involves some male gamers harassing women who are speaking out about the portrayal of women in video games, presumably after the initial shock that women were speaking to them at all.
Well, that, plus she of course blamed the school shooting on patriarchy. Now, I wouldn't mind so much, but Colbert started the segment like this.
Let's call this what it is. You and the other feminazis in the gamer world are coming for our balls to snip them off, put them into a little felt purse, and take them away so we have to play your non-violent games, right?
Sadly, no. What happened is a pretty young feminist walked through the door, and you and the other folks at Comedy Central were bending over backwards to cut off your own balls and give them to her to keep in her little felt purse. Seriously, Stephen, you were the man who ruthlessly took the President of the United States to task.
Underwear has not been woven that could contain my balls.
And yet you've still managed to have been brought to heel by a pretty little professional victim feminist.